Cool, man. Thanks so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Um,
heck yeah.
yeah. Do you really quickly want to introduce yourself in your own words? Who are you and what do you do?
Uh, how
uh,
about what do you know me for?
I think I've known you. I didn't know we went to high school together for one, but I found out later on, right? And
True.
but I knew you through just mutual college friends, I think, for the most part. And then we were running in similar circles, all kinds of stuff, and you
For
started
sure.
creating these events, and we'll get into the specifics of those events that I'm
Yeah,
talking
sure.
about. But that's what I know of you. But I mean, in your own words, man, what's your name? Can we start
Yeah,
there?
I guess my name is Lane Glover. I am a local Albuquerque guy, New Mexican, born and raised.
Yeah.
Went to school with you, my dude,
Mm-hmm.
down at Valley. Let's see. I don't know. I like live music. I rock a mustache and enjoy the community of New Mexico.
Yeah, yeah. Mustaches are very important in your life, I would
They're
say.
they're all right. They're there.
They're there. I mean, you
They
have
grow.
one.
They
You have,
stay.
yeah.
Once you put it on, you can't take it off. Is the problem?
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
When was the last time you shaved yours, man?
Let's see. I mean, I could keep it pretty short right now. It's pretty
Hmm.
short, but I don't know if it's an accident or something. So never really.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe if I
Pretty
have to go to
good.
court and I don't want to look dubious.
How often do you go to court, Lane?
I don't know. I'm just throwing hypotheticals out there.
All right, man.
It's
That's
been a
cool.
long time. It's been a long time since that.
That's a good thing, man. That's a very good thing. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you do a lot of different things for sure. But for the most part, I mean, like you grew up here in Albuquerque, right? Did you grow up in the North Valley?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Grew up in the North Valley, Rio Grande and Candelaria area.
Okay.
So
And yeah, and I mean, there's a specific type of person that comes out of the North Valley, I would say.
okay, yeah, I think you're right.
I mean, I don't know. What do you think? I think it's we're different from the people in the rest of the city. I would say that.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess we're like used to our space. I think everybody in the valley, north and south, it's a
Hmm.
little roomier down there. It's a little
Right.
hotter, you know. Got
So
the river access.
we got the river access, so you were closer to nature, right? So we got the
Yeah, a little bit. I think
acequias.
so.
We're always. I mean, literally, there's a ditch that runs right by our old high school, and I'm sure people would ditch, literally ditch on the ditch, and just jump over there and hang out because it's so easy to just be in nature when you're in the North Valley.
It
Sometimes
really
it
is.
doesn't feel like you're in the city, right?
Yeah, exactly. A couple minutes raging on your bicycle. You're on the dirt. You're Riverside.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, did growing up, I mean, do you feel like growing up in the North Valley specifically made you who you are today? Or do you think like you're going to be this guy no matter what? Like, would you have been this guy if you went to it maybe somewhere in the Northeast Heights, Do you think you would have been this guy?
I think it would have been a little bit of a different guy, but would have found
A little bit.
a
Okay.
little bit of a pathway to. That's interesting question because
Yeah,
it's more about the people that I knew
that's what
and
I'm
my
saying. Right.
like my surroundings
Yeah.
in that area versus being in
Hmm.
that area for
Hmm.
kind of growth as a person a little bit. But fortunately, Albuquerque's kind of small, and I got to meet
Hmm.
friends from the Northeast Heights and this
Yeah.
place
Yeah.
or that down in the South Valley or
Yeah. Yeah. So you get around
all
town.
over. So
Yeah. So I mean, when we were like in college, I didn't know you at Valley. I think you're a few years older than me, so we didn't cross paths a lot. But I think in college, you were hanging out with were hanging out with the Ultimate crew, like the Ultimate Frisbee crew? Or,
yes, definitely hanging out with the Ultimate Frisbee crew, and shout out to all those guys because
Mhm.
those guys are some real theme party instigators.
So
Those are some fun people. So
yeah, what they are fun people. I mean, I think that's how we met at those parties, right? So was it the theme parties then like kind of the because I mean I guess we can jump into like the big event that you've been doing pretty consistently for a while now, right? How many
yeah,
years has it
yeah.
been?
Well, this year would have been 14.
Okay. Okay. So we
Yeah.
missed this year because of the global pandemic.
Yes.
That's the bummer.
We're
Was it
still
nice?
here.
Yeah, but I mean, was it nice to have a break in a way?
Uh, I guess it's been nice to have a break in general in a lot of things, but man, never want to
Mhm.
miss a Bashio. It's a
Yeah.
bummer that that we can't do the events that we love and like bring the people together that
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Absolutely.
know really enjoy themselves and have created a lot of friends, and gathering's awesome.
So tell us, I
So
mean, tell us a little bit about Mustachio Bashio. I mean, like, how did it get its start? Like, were you the sole founder? What was the deal?
let me tell you about the
Yeah.
Bashio then real
Yeah.
quick, since we
Yeah.
were just talking about the ultimate frisbee team.
Yeah. Exactly.
So the Bashio actually came from the ultimate frisbee guys.
Okay.
They put together the first Bashio,
Uh-huh.
the Mustashio Bashio, the alter ego dance party,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's favorite mustache bash. Uh, it was a theme party based on some parties that they had done that I had, enjoyed and loved, which
Mm-hmm.
were these Thirsty Thursday parties.
Thirsty
There was like
Thursday.
Under the Sea, there was like Toga, there was like Eurodance nights and stuff. It was crazy.
It
It
was a
was fun.
good
We had a
time,
great
man.
time.
Oh
A
yeah, it
lot of
was a good
living
time.
rooms got ruined, a lot of
I think it
champagne on the
was. I think it
ceiling.
was your living room over and over. Honestly, dude.
It probably was. Anyway, so
Yeah.
we started the Bashio.
Sure.
They threw the first one, and then my friend Thomas played on the ultimate team, and he
Okay.
also played bass in a band that we were in called Lost Lingo.
Mm-hmm.
And so these parties
Oh
were a good
yeah.
way for our
Mm-hmm.
band to get exposure and play and
Mm-hmm.
have fun
Mm-hmm.
and just have a good time and get our music out there. So we started doing that and more. And the Bashio kind of grew with the band for a while, this mustache party. And it was just a great way to, have a good show and have, a fun time and give it a little bit of a purpose, whether the purpose is, wearing a weird wig or getting funky or whatever, just, have fun, bring everybody together. So it kind of grew from that. And then it kind of just turned into a headless monster. And it just
I mean,
every
it didn't
year,
just turn into a headless monster like you. Who?
it not didn't just turn into, but
But like, at what point did you like start seeing? I mean, you guys did it one year, right? It was a group of you guys, and then after that, like, was the intention of just like that was fun? We did this last year. Let's do it again this year, and that was just the idea. And it, at what point did
exactly.
who was it that started seeing like, okay, this could be like a thing, right? At what point did that happen? Because it was just in houses, right? At first.
It was in houses.
Yeah.
The first couple years were just house parties, and
Sure.
then it kind of grew into like a necessity to be legitimate and safe, and to
Okay. Like booking a
not
space.
be breaking the law, not to have to worry about this or
Yeah.
that or
Yeah. That makes sense.
legalities, or people could maybe get
Hmm.
hurt, or just stuff
Yeah.
can happen when you get a lot of people together.
Yeah.
So by I think the third year, we decided to look for a venue.
Mm.
My friend Dom and I had started this little promotion company called Glad Castle that was just pretty much the two of us trying to put on some events around New Mexico. The High Mountain Hideout we did up in Taos, and we did some, Funkenstein's Ball and the
Cool.
Freakers Ball and Funkenstein's Bash for like some Halloween, some New Year's things.
So it's more like a actual like more the theme party, but just more legit, I guess.
Yeah,
Right?
so
Yeah.
we decided we needed to have a venue because everyone
Yeah.
was drinking.
Yeah.
There needed to be liability coverage. So if we could have it at a venue space that has a liquor license and all that stuff, it would be
Hmm.
we'd be covered there. We wanted to charge money, so we needed people to work at the door. We needed real music equipment and stages and all that
Yeah.
kind of PA and all that stuff. So yeah, we were just kind of growing with it and
Okay.
had some really fun times. The third one was at the Press Club.
Yeah, the press
I
club.
remember
Okay.
we actually got shut down by the Press Club because there was too many people there, and we had to end the party early. And
Yeah.
that's a beautiful place, and we were so lucky to be there. And to all the venues that have hosted events over the years. You know, they've all been
Yeah.
really great.
You've
And we've
done
had,
a ton of different places, right? What's the I remember the first one I ever went to was at El Rey, right?
yeah, we did a lot of stuff at El Rey, which is a
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
historical classic spot in Albuquerque, New
Yeah.
Mexico.
And then you've more recently you moved it up to Santa Fe, man.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, we did move it up to Santa Fe. You know, we had the opportunity to, you know, have the show up at Meow Wolf, and they offered to host us, and we thought they were awesome to host us, and a little bit crazy because, you know, we like to get wild. But no, it's a perfect match, and
Yeah, I mean,
great
it makes
platform to
sense.
have a good time over there, and they're great people. So
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, like it's such a cool place alone, right? So like having a party there, what feels like a house party. I remember you guys had the was the first year you all did it there, and you all had like the secret house party, and Paul Spell. You guys brought Paul Spella back,
yep,
and
yeah, Paul Stella,
yeah, dude. And
click
I
click
remember
click,
him
click
when he
bang
was.
boys. Yep,
Yeah, he used to be. I mean, he used to be at Burt's. Remember Burt's Tiki Lounge? And he used to do some stuff up there. So it was just it was like a flashback, and it was literally everyone I knew from back in the day was all hanging out in that living room, and it was just the weirdest thing. It was like
it
it
was
was
awesome.
deja vu, man.
It's like,
Yeah,
whose living room is this? I know
right.
we're in a living room, and I don't see you guys very often, but
But
I
it's like these
definitely
people
remember
from like 10 years,
this
people
vibe.
from 10 years ago, dude. Like 10 years ago, and I'm just like, what is like? It felt weird. It didn't feel right. I'm like, did I go back in time? I know this is Meow Wolf, but this is trippy. Like
Time
it
warp
just,
continuum.
yeah, man, yeah. So I remember being like, this was like that was legit. So like, I think Meow Wolf for sure was like a good call in my opinion.
Of
But it
course.
definitely like moved it from being an Albuquerque event to more like of a statewide event, right? Um, did you
Yeah, I
see?
would agree with that.
Did
I would
it?
agree that
Yeah.
it's a statewide event, but fortunately, I have a lot of people that
Hmm.
are from New Mexico have left New Mexico and, you know,
Yeah.
gone across the country
Yeah.
and always stayed connected and brought a lot of their friends back to New Mexico. And
To enjoy it.
I'll tell you what, there's something about New Mexico that has a definite attraction and enchantment and
And
enchantment and
it's
entrapment.
Mustashio, it's
People
Mustashio
are tied to
Bashio,
it.
right? It's Mustashio Bashio. People come and never leave for that party.
It's
Um,
true.
they just have too much of a good time, man. No, I
There's
mean,
someone wandering around right now, still hasn't gone home.
probably in Meow Wolf somewhere. No, I mean that's pretty cool, man. Like just because I remember those days. I remember hearing about it the first time and then like going, and it was just a small deal, right? And I remember those Thirsty Thursdays, and it's an event that like people talk about, and people I see people wearing the shirts from every single year, and
Yeah, totally.
I think it's pretty cool, man. I mean, how was it? How I mean, it happened in March that we kind of locked down, right? Did you lose a lot of money because you had a ton of stuff already booked?
No, thankfully,
No. Okay.
no loss on the show not happening. You know, other than all the smiles,
Oh man, yeah.
lots of smiles.
I mean,
But
it's yeah,
no,
yeah.
thankfully we didn't go into any, you know, we didn't lose any money on that.
Cool, cool. And why does it? I mean, I think I know why. I'm pretty sure I know why. But why is it traditionally in March?
Well, it traditionally is in March. This is funny too because we used to the beginning of uh the beginning of it's bigger than just me, this whole mustache random
Sure,
thing.
sure, sure, sure.
It
It's not just
started
Lane.
and
It's not just
you
Lane. Yeah.
know, there'll probably be some folks that watch this will probably be like, I don't know, Lynn, maybe this happened this way. So we'll see, you know.
I mean, I welcome you all.
But there's a lot of good people that, you know, kept this thing strong and kept it real community. But it's at the end of March because it was also the culmination of March Mustache Madness.
Yes,
So
that's the
that was a
thing.
thing that we tried to do in college. That was, you
Grow
know, we
your
still do
mustache.
it.
Yeah,
It doesn't come off now, so it's Mustache Yearly Madness around here. But
you just don't shave it. You don't upkeep it in March. Is that the deal, or?
the the deal was is that you had to shave on March 1st, and then you had the
Ah,
whole month to start your mustache,
okay.
or
Okay.
you could already have rocked a mustache or facial hair and cut the rest of it. But it was mustache for a month.
Okay. Okay. So that makes sense. Just mustache for a month. Are you I mean, how is it looking for 2021, man? Genuinely. Like, how are you feeling about it?
Uh, I don't know. Personally, I think that it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I think by then, at least events at that scale are gonna be hopefully there. But you really honestly never know. I
Hmm.
work in the live music industry,
Yeah.
and so I get to sit along for that ride up and down all over the place. And
Hmm.
we
And
thought that it would be a few months in March. We thought that it would
yeah.
be,
Yeah.
less than a year. We do a lot of fall shows, all this
Yeah.
stuff, but
Yeah.
it's it's just kind of day by day, state by state. It just depends on what's happening. And
Yeah, man.
I think by this time next year, not this time next year, but I think by spring next year,
I think
we'll
we'll be good.
definitely be back on track on a certain level. There's already, lots of drive-in shows and spaced out events outdoors and stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that makes
who
sense,
knows,
man.
maybe we'll be outdoors in March and y'all might need to bring some sweaters.
That'd be cool, man. I mean, think about it. I don't think it would be too bad, you know?
I don't think it'd be too bad.
Not at all, man. I think it'd be fun. But yeah, I mean, I think it could, at that point you're starting to you're talking festival, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's growing pretty big. So I mean, I not that I don't think it could happen, but for sure I think it'd be a pretty cool move. I
Yeah,
mean,
why not?
just gonna throw that out there. So I mean, speaking of festivals, you work in that scene, a lot of that scene, right? What specifically do
Yeah.
you do with that?
So I work for a company called Deluxe Design out in Rio Rancho, and we do signage for uh, events. We do signage for everything, from
Hmm.
construction, architectural signage,
Yeah,
stickers,
yeah.
custom LED stuff, lots of, we're Deluxe Design. So we're like a graphic and signage shop mostly, but we're kind
Okay.
of a creative, creative hub as well.
Hmm.
So we, we run mobile print shops,
Okay.
on-site print stations, and
Sure.
do big install projects at music festivals, concert venues,
Okay.
uh, you know, all kinds of places. We've done
Hmm.
sporting events. We do like, sponsorship activations.
Hmm. Hmm.
We do everything. So,
What's the coolest event you've gotten to attend because of this job?
oh man, I don't know. I've had so many amazing
I mean, you get to travel,
concert
right? You get to
shows,
travel.
yeah,
Yeah.
travel opportunities, and I don't know, there's so many different aspects to think like what great moments were, but
Hmm.
let's see, being able to do the Fare Thee Well Grateful Dead 50th anniversary show at Soldier Field, completely
Nice.
sold out for 3 nights, was super amazing.
And you got to see the
And
shows.
yeah, totally got to see the shows. Let's see. I love doing Electric Forest, for example. I've gone to that show
Okay.
like every year it's ever happened, and
Nice.
great community. So, and
Yeah. Yeah.
friends,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's a big fam. It's a big. It's wild how spread out the live event industry is, but how close knit and small
Hmm.
community of like gig workers and different departments and all the
Hmm.
different
Hmm.
industry, facets are. So it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I mean, did you go into college? I mean, thinking that you were going to do this? Is this something you studied, or like, what do you want to be when you grew up,
No,
man?
I did not. I actually went to college for political science. I have a bachelor's in political science and a
Okay.
minor in Espanol.
Nice.
So, or
I
double
mean,
major, I guess you could call it.
but you
But
probably use the Spanish more these days than you do the political science, no?
yeah, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what was your plan? Were you hoping to go to law school or something? Was there a plan, or you just like I really need this for this?
maybe
Yeah.
for a few semesters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just always really interested in the political world, constitutional rights,
Yeah.
and international politics was like really interesting at the time. And I was also into traveling, Latin American politics as well. But
Okay. Okay. How
I
much
guess I
did
didn't
you?
go into those fields because I was kind of
Hmm.
I got I got pulled into the music side of my life, and just
Because
hit
you were
playing
doing
drums
the
really
band.
hard. And
You were playing in the band
after
for a while, right? How long were
yeah,
you in that
after
band?
college,
Yeah.
spent a couple years just like really focusing on that, and then
Yeah.
got through my friendships and you know
Yeah.
community there. I met the Ruth family and Justin, my friend Justin Ruth, who
Oh yeah.
his family
Yeah.
owns Deluxe Design, and that's how I
Yeah.
got put into the signage world,
Yeah,
the music
man. It's
world.
like it's. That's crazy. I completely forgot about Justin for like a hot minute until you just brought up his name, dude. Is he doing all right? How's that guy doing?
He's doing great. I hope he watches this later. Yeah, I saw him earlier today.
Nice,
I
man.
had to
Well,
go do a
yeah.
install a sticker, a giant peach, this afternoon. So
Okay. Where?
at this place called Peachy Keen. I'm not too sure what the business is, to be
Huh.
honest. So I don't want to like misspeak on this, but
Sure. Sure.
they ordered a big door sticker from us, and Justin went to put it up this afternoon.
A giant peach. That's cool, man. So I mean, you guys work with a ton of businesses in town. You get to know a lot of cool people, and it sounds like yeah, despite like the what you wanted to study, you just evolved into kind of who you are today, right? Like this kind of I mean, you do the signage and all this stuff, but really, music and events is what you do and what you kind of live for, right?
Yeah, in a lot of ways, it
Yeah,
really is.
yeah. I mean, do you foresee kind of yourself growing with this? I mean, do you foresee yourself doing more events of your own and hosting these things?
Yeah, I totally do. There's
Okay.
always opportunities to have them. I'm also a pretty busy guy, and promoting's pretty risky,
Okay.
so there's a little bit of that. But yeah, it's always something that I'll be drawn to, and want to keep doing.
No, yeah, that makes sense, man. I mean, that's pretty cool. And if you can keep doing it, I mean, that's going to be great, right? I think you
Yeah.
bring a lot of people a lot of joy by holding these events and something that people look forward to every year, you know, and get to partake in and have a good time. And it kind of takes us back to like that. I mean, I think for us, it was kind of those college days, right? And it was kind of that fun time and getting to bring in people to that kind of that atmosphere and that feeling of just like a really just a blast,
Exactly.
regardless of your age, because I mean, we're definitely not in college anymore, man.
No,
And
not at all. It's
and
been a few
then
years.
oh, it's been
Let me
quite a
check
few
the
years.
time.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oof, yeah, tell me about it. And so I think it's such a big deal that you keep doing it. And I was kind of bummed out when I thought about that, right? Because that's an event that I look forward to every single year in March. And it's just kind of like a transition into spring. Let's get this started. It's a fun time. You get to dress up in a costume, not on Halloween. And that's a big deal. It's like Halloween 2.0, man, you know?
Yeah, it
It,
really is.
yeah.
It's a whole nother thing of Halloween. And then
Yeah.
the other thing I'll just mention about the
Yeah.
costumes and stuff
Yeah.
just reminds me is that the mustache competition is probably the
Oh,
culmination of like what the party kind of has become, because it's a great
yeah.
way for people to like just get involved and
Yeah.
have
Yeah. Yeah.
fun and
So
cheer for
people,
their friends. And
so people can win, right? You can win the best mustache of the annual event, which is pretty cool, which is fun. But for the most part, I
exactly,
mean, is there an award for that?
there are numerous awards, and
Okay.
let's see if I can name them off. I know I can, of course I can.
Sure.
So there's the business casual. This is men and women, of course, at any
Yeah.
given
Right.
time,
Right.
or couple or pair.
Yeah. It doesn't
Um,
have to be a real mustache, right?
it doesn't even have to be a mustache. It's not even about the mustache. It's about, it's an alter ego dance party.
Okay.
Do something you wouldn't normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun. Be someone else for a night or whatever.
Yeah.
Be anybody, and be yourself, even.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the costumes are super great, super creative, and
Sure.
people just have such a good time. So we got the business casual, we got the Dirty Sanchez, which
Yeah.
has always been a super,
I think that's what I
super.
got, right? I think that's what the one I have.
I would put you in Dirty
Yeah,
Sanchez
I have
for
a dirty
sure.
Sanchez. I mean, this is as good as it gets, man.
Well, it's great.
Thanks, man.
Beautiful.
So there's the
We
dirty
have
Sanchez. Yeah, yeah.
let's see, there's the Damn That's Sexy.
Okay.
There's Bearded Lady.
Oh, nice.
There's we have a new one now because people do so many groups. We call it Group Love. It's like a team competition.
All right.
We always do like different ones every year. We've done like the Electric Stash, or like we do like we did, I guess I think it was called Digital Stash. We do like different theme ones.
Okay.
Then we have Legendary Mustache, and then probably the most coveted is Best in Show.
Oh,
So there's some reigning champs on all those categories too.
is there?
Some legendary locals that have been, you
Okay.
know,
Okay.
they
No, I
work
mean,
hard year round.
yeah, I can imagine, man. Like it's yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't shaved my mustache in a long time, dude. Because I just have such a hard time growing one that I feel like if I do, it's just not gonna come back. It's just an overwhelming fear, right?
It'll come back, dude.
Oh man, it will. I will. I just
It
have to have
always
faith.
comes back.
Dude, I know. No, and I know it will. I know it will. As I've gotten older, it's kind of coming a little bit more fully. But maybe this year in March, I'll actually shave it at the beginning of March and see how it does by the end, right?
For sure.
Yeah, man. So like, I mean, what else? What else you doing? I mean, you're a cool guy. I mean, not just like a cool guy, but like you're a cool dude, man. Like you're one of the nicest people anybody will ever meet, right?
Thank you,
And
man. I appreciate that.
yeah, absolutely. And I feel like your presence in the city. I mean, what are your hopes for the future, man? Like, what do you hope to do?
Oh man, there's so many things I would love to do in my life.
Yeah.
I, it's just since what we've been talking about, I do, really enjoy my career, and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully events come back and we can, have
Yeah.
some really fun opportunities to create some real great experiences. Brings a lot of people joy, like you said. So I'd always
Yeah.
like to keep, that
Yeah.
in my life. I love New Mexico.
Yeah.
I love living here. I feel like we're super lucky to live in this state and have all the opportunities we can to just get out there and, you know,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
spread out in this sand, the
there's no sh-
dirt.
there's no shortage of sand, man.
I don't know. There's a lot of things I'd like to do. I think
Yeah.
there's
Yeah. I
some
mean,
things
is mhm.
that New Mexico needs. I think we need some like really fun outdoor event
Yeah.
spaces, which would
Yeah.
be super cool.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, is
I don't
there
know.
ever? Yeah. Go ahead. I was just gonna say, I was like, do you ever see like an end to the big, bash?
Well, it's funny you say that because it almost happened. It's almost happened.
Oh.
The 10-year, we were going to actually stop it at 10 years and, have a kind of like last party, but,
Yeah.
and then the next year we
What
were fortunate
happened?
enough to do it again.
You just did it. How far in advance do you have to plan it, man? Like, you can't do it super last minute, obviously.
Uh, you cannot do it super last minute.
Mm-mm.
I've learned that from experience on a few things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to, I probably like about, it's a year-round thing, but really probably around like 6 months, and then from there
Okay.
things start amping up, just getting things ready. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, you've kept it going. It almost ended, and it didn't end because.
but sorry, I was just gonna answer your question.
Yeah. Yeah.
It didn't end because actually it was funny enough. Solve, who I co-promote the party with now, who works with me, who's been, has
Uh-huh.
a long fun history of music and
Yeah.
events in his life in New Mexico. He was like, "Yo, they said we could probably do this party at Meow Wolf next year," and so we're like,
Ooh.
"Oh yeah, cool. We'll just definitely make sure that we can do that." And because it was like hard to find a really the venue thing was becoming kind of a problem,
Mm.
like in Albuquerque, and it was hard to find the right place and
Yeah.
that was a good fit and stuff. And thankfully we got to go to Santa Fe, and we've been there for the last few years.
Yeah, so it just kind of worked out, and Meow Wolf was, I mean, it makes sense, and I'm glad it did, man. Like I said, that first year at Meow Wolf was just really good. So it goes as long as it goes. I mean, if my kids end up in college and go in, then
Who knows?
it could be just.
Yeah, I don't need my friends' kids coming to the party. I don't need my friends calling me about their kids at the party. Let's just put it that way.
I mean, there's gonna be you're gonna pass the torch at some point, no?
Yeah, maybe we'll have to pass the torch.
Yeah, man. I'm sure.
I love it when the torch gets passed. I love it when
you like
new
passing torches.
generations-
You like passing torches, Lynn?
I would love to pass a torch. I would love to get handed a torch. I'll hold the torch for a while. I'll run with the torch.
And you pass it along.
I just won't light anything on fire unless you ask me to, and it's
Sure.
a peaceful situation.
I got you, man. I got you. Peaceful situation, and that's cool, man. Like, and yeah, it's that's awesome, man. So yeah, I mean, where can people kind of go to find information on the events to see if it's going to happen? Do you have social media for it? Do you have, like, a website?
Yeah, we have mustashiobashio.com, which is basically right now just a link to the tickets. But we do have an Instagram page, Mustashio Bash, and we have a Facebook page, Mustashio Bashio.
Okay.
That's MOUST. AHCO, Bashio, everybody.
I'll link it.
It's a long word.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully we're gonna do some more Bashios as well. We've always the Bashio is kind of the brand a little bit. So.
Oh, that makes sense, man. Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool, man. And like, I think it's a fun time. I know it's cool because everyone from back in the day gets to kind of like partake and like show up and do the thing. And people do fly in from all parts of the country to come back for the event. So if there's more than one, cool, man. Sign me up, dude. Let me know how I can help too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think what we really need to do, and what I'd really love to do, for the future in terms of events specifically, hopefully on some level, I'm not sure if you got to experience, but we did what was the High Mountain Hideout and the Enchanted Circle festivals up in Taos at the Ski Valley.
I don't think I got to,
but yeah, those were outdoor camping events up 10,000 feet, beautiful surroundings.
Yeah.
I would like to bring back something on that scale, somewhere else, or, a nice nature and music. You just really can't go wrong. Nature, music, art, and community. It's a winning combo. New Mexico's got so many beautiful spots. So
especially up in Taos, man. Yeah.
Yeah, especially around Taos. There's all over the place. I mean,
oh yeah.
Throw a rock almost.
I'm excited, man. This is going to be awesome. So again, I mean, cool, man. Thanks so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. Talking about Mustashio Bashio, one of my favorite events on a yearly basis. And I think it's one of my friends' favorite events, if not their favorite, mostly because like, I think we enjoy going, knowing that we're supporting somebody we know directly, and a group of friends, and we were there from the beginning, and it's such a cool thing. And also how many cool festivals come out of like Albuquerque, out of New Mexico. And it's not a festival yet, but you never know, man. And I think that's pretty cool, dude. So keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep on rocking on. And then I mean, do you have any advice for any young college students looking to have a good time?
Oh yeah, I mean, thanks for having me on, man. I really appreciate it. And talking about Bashio, getting me all fired up again. Fortunately, we're still in our pandemic woes, getting winter over here, trees falling down, and 30-mile gusts and all this, 70-mile gusts.
It was 70. Yeah. The power was going out all over the place, man. It was crazy. But yeah.
No, like young people getting out there, advice for young promoters and stuff. I mean, there's some cool ones in New Mexico doing some stuff. I know they're out there. But yeah, get out there, take risks, have fun, be safe, and just try to it's a community of people that takes to, have a live music community. And there's a lot of people in our community that have been around for a long time. I'll just say shout out to Jams Enchantment. Shout out to everybody that's ever, thank you to everybody that's ever, supported one of my party endeavors. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
it makes me happy to make y'all have a good time and be happy. So
It's great.
so yeah, get out there, have fun, connect with the people that you want to be doing these things with, or doing these things,
Yeah, man.
or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, like that. And I would just also like to say, the State of Live events is crazy. So, get out there and check out, Save Our Stages and the CARES Act and Red Alert. And there's a lot of stuff out there
Yeah.
going on right now during the pandemic to
Yeah.
raise awareness, to, get some legislation, to get some relief to an industry that, doesn't get to gather.
Sure. Sure.
Wise man once told me, Manny Rettinger, one of my college professors, UNM music, actually, he said, if music is the religion, then the concert, man, that's the sermon.
Oh, dang. Okay. All right,
So,
man.
it, talking about it makes you realize how really important it is for a lot of people out there to like experience, live art with each other.
Yeah, live art
Through the
experiences,
ears and the
music,
eyes.
dance, all of that, man. Like it's those memories just live with me, you know? And I think of them fondly, and it's good to think back to it. So absolutely, man. Cool, man. If you guys are listening, thank you so much for listening. I'm gonna hit stop record and then we'll debrief real quick. But again, love you guys. And thanks again for listening, and go support Mustashio Bashio everywhere.